Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right, and this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. The play fake, Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Justin Jones.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Pollard. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Complete to Keelan Cole. He steps out of bounds behind the line.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Westbrook now on the return. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Yards to go.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They go play action with Jackson. Looking long for Westbrook. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over.
He's got daylight. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. David Montgomery, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On second down, it's Pollard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Pollard. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. On second down now, Pollard. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it to Westbrook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
That was shotgun handoff to Pollard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now here's Pollard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
The ball carrier.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. For the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
David Montgomery. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
First down, Baltimore.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
Darnell Mooney with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Vinatieri now for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So that one will be accepted. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
There on the stop.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And taken right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And here comes Westbrook. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards, good enough for a first. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run for him with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Eagles' 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Bridgewater to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
From the 4-yard line.
To throw is Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Brings up 4th down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sometimes I need a check.
Jerry set to kick off.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Going deep downfield for Raw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Able to fight through one tackle, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs him up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
The tackle by...
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Play fake. Bridgewater.
Third down.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Now Bridgewater. And incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking for Campbell downfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. This is the tight end fan. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Pollard. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5 now. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A 39-yard attempt.
DeVecchio puts this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Bridgewater. That's caught by Montgomery. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Ravens.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And that'll set him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
2nd and 16 at the 39-yard line.
They go play action. Bridgewater finding some room at midfield. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The 11-yard line.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The ball carrier. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. Oh, look at the juke.
That's good for another Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Pollard again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
For an Eagles.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
It's a pickup of 6.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
If you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, QB. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Operating from the gun. Jackson looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
On the play. It's now 4th down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. What can Bridgewater do in the OT? Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over. 2nd
straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Complete
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. The drive keeps moving.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play action now. Bridgewater out to his left. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The Ravens send their punter out now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 28-yard line.
Hey, middle. We got 25 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us. We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.